Hello everybody. This is the third and final part of the Go to the Company expansion contest live streams. As you might be able to tell, I'm still kind of getting over a cold, so sometimes I'm going to have to take a little pause. But it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Nobody's watching right now, so I'm just going to notify people that this is going on, and then we can get started. There's a few exciting things that we're going to do today. So I'll just post the link around. Hello. Welcome to the stream. 2 people just joined. I was hoping to have more people here for the results, so let me just post this in the Go to the Company server. If you guys can share this link around to the people who are going to be interested in this, then please do that, because I think it would be good for everybody to be here at the time of the results for the expansion contest. Okay, so yeah, nobody's here. I think it might just be Shark. Is that who's in the chat right now? Hello, another person joined. I'm just getting it set up so I can look at the chat at the same time as Ancient Warfare 3. So, I guess we can just start. 3 people have joined. Okay, so this is a good amount to start, I think. Hopefully more people filter in. But in this stream, I'll just talk about the results of the contest and play through a couple of things. Because apparently the ACU was updated, so I should be able to get past that level now. At least that's just what I've heard. Hopefully the update went through. So we're going to just, before we talk about the results of the expansion contest, I'm going to finish the ACU, if I can. And then I will play through a couple of other Go to the Company maps that have come to my attention recently. So I'm guessing it'll be about a half an hour of playing through stuff before we talk about these results. Let's get to the helicopter. So this has been updated to be easier, apparently. So it's not like an unbeatable wall to your progress, which is great. Okay, I will talk about daily Go to the Company. But first, let's just see how this shakes out. It might be the same map. It might not have updated for me. And if that's the case, then I will have to finish it another time. But while that's happening, I will talk about daily Go to the Company. I mean, I've already kind of said it in text form, which is basically that I am very happy that he's playing Go to the Company. It was awesome to see his reactions, especially to the voice acting. That was great. His interactions with the voice acting characters. And obviously, he's not going to go through everything. He's not going to 100% it. But it is nice to see his reactions. Well, apparently, Shark, this map has been updated to be actually beatable. And whether or not it's updated on my end is a question that there's going to soon be an answer to. But we have to go to the tower with the enemy to get a key card, so we can unlock this tower with the helicopter on it. Okay, come on. But if it seems like this hasn't been updated and it's still monstrously difficult, then I'm just not gonna. Yeah. Then I'm just not gonna go through it. It might have been a mistake to go back through it. I did unsubscribe and resubscribe, but I feel like the update has not gone into effect, unfortunately. So let's go back to the main menu. what I'll just have to do is go through the whole thing, or unsubscribe, close the game, resubscribe, reload your Steam client just to be safe, and then you can get the updates. The double sites are a little weird. I have to agree on that. But anyway, before we talked about the results of the contest, because I'm not sure everybody's here yet, actually, I might want to ping Mammoth. I don't think he's in this chat. But just to kind of look at some new things, we're going to play Go to the Company Association POV by Ravmar314, which, interesting to note that this same person made a spin-off of Go to the Company 2020, which was more of a, it was taking Mammoth's map and turning it into its own thing, and this is very different, so we're going to give it a shot. So you see some association guys, and you're up at the top, and there's government here. It's a very small scale map. You sort of get Go to the Company 2021 experience on a micro level. Like you see all of these units and factions pretty quick. There's scripting involved, which it's cool. I did take a lot of damage there, though. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I don't know how much there is to say, honestly. Guys, you see that? And then that's it. So it's a very short map, and there's 3 parts to it. Should I play through all of these now? There's 3 of them. 2 more short maps, just so you can see them, or would you want to just talk about the results of the contest now and just get into it? Because this stream is going to talk about the results of the expansion contest, and then what I'm going to work on next now that the contest is done. So what do you think about that? Alright, I'll play through them. Yeah, these maps are like, I think just a minute or a couple minutes long each. Objective, escape the escape tunnels. And then this poor ERF guy. So this is kind of the area where Nick is, from the looks of it. Yeah, area under renovations. Please ask Nick for access. Area under ERF control. Area that's secret. And he definitely is making good use of the lore and the units, which is pretty cool. So you don't really know which way to go. Okay, yep, there's some laborers down that way. Is there anything but laborers? Nope. It's just a trap. Okay. Then let's not go down the other way. Let's go straight forward. By the way, one thing I do, I don't know if you've noticed this, is when I do maps that take place in the metal walls, there are gaps in the modular walls, so I always put another layer of concrete on the other side so the sun doesn't shine through. If it's indoors. Just a tip, I guess, if you want to use that same. Okay. Objective complete. Escape the escape tunnel. Guard barracks to the right. Safe zone Alpha to the left. Alert! Emergency message sent from Danny. We need ERs to the tunnels that are under renovations. They broke through the walls. Yeah, that's actually a tie-in. There is actually a guy named Danny who sent a message in the original, in Good of the Company 2021, so fairly lore. I mean, he's gone into some real detail with that, which is cool. Oh! Alright. obviously the layout of this complex isn't necessarily, it doesn't really line up with what's seen in the main campaign, but it's really okay with me, to be honest. It's oh, okay, that's the end. Remember to check out the original. How awesome. We need to move. So you meet up, again, this is from the perspective of an association soldier. Oh man, Daily just posted enlisted instead of good of the company. That's sad. But I wasn't really expecting him to post like a string of the same thing in a row. When he plays Ancient Warfare 3, he'll play good of the company, I hope. Okay, there was a part 3. The reason some of the starting area has no sandbags is the uniform. Oh yeah, also, he does take, like 500,000 subscribers are needed to make a part 4. So I think this is the end of the Good of the Company Association POV series, because I don't think it's going to get 500,000 subscribers. So those guys are fighting. Thanks for coming. These things are everywhere. Listen, we're starting a government invasion to slow the chief of security down. I'm guessing he means, Carl. Golgi's orders. You are going to need to find Golgi. He has a mission. This place won't hold much longer. We're holding them back, but we still can't do it. Go now. Okay. So yeah, when you have the corrupted find each other, the only way to avoid that what? What? Was I supposed to go? That's, okay. I'll do that again, but more slowly. First of all, let's fight the corrupted here. Okay. So let's not go in there. Paintball gun for some reason. That's what this is, yeah. I'm not gonna touch those yet, because if I can die from being impaled. Is this the end of the map, or I'm gonna get impaled again? That was good. He's definitely improved a lot. His map making has improved from his original Good of the Company 2020 expansion. Let's not jump on the traps. Chief Golgi, find a way around to Golgi. That's a lot. Okay. No, back it up. I don't really want to use a paintball gun in a Good of the Company mode. I run out of ammo. How is it a big fail? I succeeded that combat encounter flawlessly. Now we go into the other tunnel thing. Investigate the anomaly. These corrupted have gone wild. They're ice corrupted. And I'm not gonna touch that thing. You think I should jump in? I shouldn't. Yeah, I'm not going to use the paintball gun. I know how overpowered it is. So this is the plan. Okay, so I'm going to meet up with Golgi. Oh, and that's the end. Part 3 awaits. Well, this is part 3, so I'm guessing it means part 4. I'm not going to get you 500,000 subscribers. I'm sorry, man. I just don't think it's feasible. So that was the Good of the Company Association POV series. And I don't think there was anything else in universe that I had to show today. Oh wait, yeah, no, there was. It was this thing. This one is I've played this before. This one is a little weird. Oh no, the second one is a little weird. This one is. I'll just show you. It's pretty cool. But yeah, somebody else made their own spin on it. The second one you fight like a Russian base or something, which is a little different. The zombies are going to start pouring in. We don't want to lose you, sir. So this is a siege map, basically. Your zombies are constantly spawning, I believe. Okay, this is less interesting than the association POV. I think this is only tangentially related to because I don't know what all this is. I'll just lead them away from my friends, I guess. I'm not gonna play the Popeye stuff. That is the most cursed content ever put out on Ancient Warfare 3. What's in this? Okay, that's kind of cool. You can just destroy that. Okay, that's cool. I like the physics sometimes in Ancient Warfare 3. That's fun. I'm not gonna play them. I'm not gonna play the Popeyes. Streaming. Okay, so streaming on YouTube, an Ancient Warfare 3 campaign about fighting the people that watch you on YouTube is weird. It's very weird. Okay, yeah, so that's this, basically. It's kind of cool. It's a big facility. I like playing it. I like the environment. It's just not that really too good of the company. Just wanted to show it because there was a brief influx of that kind of map. Okay, maybe. I'll think about it, okay? 18th century buff is Chase. So, now would it be fine if I just talked about the results of the contest since I kind of played everything? What would you think about just revealing just my final thoughts to everything, I guess? Okay. Okay, sure. Well, obviously, there were fewer submissions than I thought there were going to be. 3 were completed in time from a very large playing field that was originally announced. I am hopeful, though, because several of the ones that were originally announced for this contest have now been shifted to their independent expansions, not for the contest. And those were Corrupted and Civil War, which are they have an unspecified. I know Civil War, he's going to start working on it in a couple of months. But I think of the ones that I did play, I did not dislike any of them. The largest problem I had with any of these expansions is that freeze the wall in the ACU. That map is basically a wall. You can't progress further, which is very unfortunate because everything up to that map, I did enjoy. I can talk about... Should I talk about each one, like, individually or something? Or just, like... I mean, I will say, the ACU, since it takes place in not the DefCorp complex, I don't really think that's in the running to be a considered canon, like, with the rest of them. Because it's definitely kind of going into its own direction, which is fine. It's totally fine, and I like seeing the other complex. But I should not... I'm not trying to complain about that. Okay, I'll talk about pros and cons of each. The Lost Guard, I definitely liked, about what I liked about that the most is revisiting the earlier maps, having some extra enhancement and some new spins on them. The yeah, because those maps were the first ones that I made. So obviously they had the least amount of like time, or yeah, I was just at my lowest kind of level and familiarity with what I wanted to do with the campaign when I made those maps. So personally, they are, in my opinion, some of the weaker ones, the ones at the beginning. But the Lost Guard kind of takes them and adds more to that. So I liked how that fits in with the lore. I thought they did a very good job with that. Cons for that one, though, in my opinion, it was pretty short. And some of the times there was some immersion breaking stuff for me, like some places for laborers or stuff seemed kind of unnaturally like big. Like in my point of view, the laborers would only be crammed in and not in the most comfortable conditions. And also there were some glitches, like where you could see the edge of the map and stuff in that mobilization level. So yeah, the Lost Guard was pretty good. I definitely liked it, and I'm looking forward to playing the updated version of that, which either is out or is going to be out shortly. I'm not really sure, but Logan said that he's put through a lot of updates to that, so that's cool. Tactical response. Let me think about it, because it is a big campaign. I guess I'll just talk about, for starters, I did like how it goes into a lot of detail about the factions and the faction kind of relationships, because it talks about the association and the ERF and kind of how they link together in all this, and it fleshes them out more. And I've already mentioned that I feel like it's a little too bright, and that's just a stylistic thing. But for me, that would be a minor thing. And I'm sort of neutral on the squad controls. I think it is a nice gimmick, I guess, to have a squad-based campaign in the Good of the Company universe. So I don't like it and don't dislike it. I just think it's kind of a cool feature. It's nice. It's done well. If it was like really clunky, then I think it would hurt it. I think it's fine. And obviously that campaign focuses a lot more on action than puzzles or suspense, which is okay. It's okay to lean more heavily into one of them. Let me just think any more if there's anything more I wanted to say about either of those two. Yeah, like I said, there wasn't really any campaign that I disliked at all. Because, for starters, just going out and creating something, putting that amount of effort into a universe that's not originally your creation, and with the goal of expanding on that world as a collaborative universe is very, that's cool, and I definitely appreciate that above everything else. I'm just kind of using this time to talk about, just things that could use improvement and things that I really liked, because it is ultimately a competition. And then with the ACU, I did like seeing a whole other facility. There was a lot that was added. There's agents and stuff like this. And I will say it was kind of, it's sort of made apparent that the ACU is a fusion of Good of the Company, and also just ideas that he liked and wanted to put in, like the Red versus Blue War stood out to me. That also one I noticed had some of the stronger Half-Life connections, like the Black Ops and stuff, rather than actual the government troops. But I do know that the person who made the ACU is making a government military campaign, sort of like Half-Life's opposing force. So I liked that one. With the exception of that one level that kind of froze everything. It locked off more than half the campaign, so unfortunately I can't make a full judgment about that. It is also kind of hard to do a live, unscripted, giving my thoughts. If I had had time to prepare notes or something, I might have had more to say, to be honest. And probably after this, if you want, I can go into more detail and write stuff out. If you really want. I could put that in the announcements of the Good of the Community server. But yeah, so after, I mean, I've kind of mentioned,
Good of
I
the
guess,
community.
what I like, and I think could use improvement from each of these campaigns. So now I'll just talk about, I'll just kind of get it out of the way, personally, as I think that the ACU would not fit well into the canon, but I think the Lost Guard and Tactical Response, probably with just minor changes, would actually fit very well in. So I would consider those two to be the ones getting put into the lore, if you want, like the double winners or something. I mean, because like I said at the beginning, the only thing you can win from this contest is it being a part of the Good of the Company universe. So if Mammoth, and I don't know if Login is in this chat, but if you would want that, we could just talk about it. And then yeah, I could put it in the wiki and stuff, and that would be canon, because I like those as extensions of the story of the main campaign. So yeah, that's what I would say, and I'll have to go and update some things like the wiki and stuff like that. And we should also talk about like just if there's some lore thing that has to be changed. Like I know right off the top of my head, in the Lost Guard and Tactical Response, both of those campaigns visit the bar in the commute map, and they have two different groups of survivors there. So there would have to be some explanation for why the situation is different, because both of those campaigns visit the same map. I think it wouldn't be that difficult, because the Lost Guard takes place immediately, like minutes after Carl goes into the emergence, into the office wing, to handle the corrupted, and when the event actually starts. Whereas Tactical Response takes place somewhat after that. I've been led to believe that anyway, from what I've seen. Because the reason I thought that was because Tactical Response takes place mostly on the surface, and the outbreak started near the bottom of the complex. So we'd have to talk about the more lore specifics. Frostfire is the fleet canon. Are you talking about the Dawson and those like Navy ships from the ship battle server? I don't know if that's gonna be considered canon, to be honest. I probably want to talk to Eagle about it, is the honest answer. I do know that DefCorp has naval forces, but the very specifics of them probably would have to be talked about, not in this medium. I do like the names and the classifications of ships, but I also am a little bit hesitant to put an Ancient Warfare 3, like the exact specifications of something like that. Whereas a lot of the Good of the Company's story and stuff is done, like you're left to kind of assume a lot of things. But I do really like and I appreciate those ships and stuff a lot. Canadian ships. Yeah, I definitely do like them, and I think I just want to talk to Eagle a little bit. But it wouldn't take much, I think, to at least just say in the wiki. The DefCorp's naval forces include the DCS Dawson, and I don't even know how to pronounce that second one, and the Eveton. Liam Goes to Popeyes is not canon in Good of the Company. But yeah, I just want to kind of restate that Tactical Response and the Lost Guard I'm willing to make them canon, and sort of I don't know, I'll say winners. So they can be the winners. And what that also means is I could make videos about them. Like if you wanted, I could make like a trailer for them, even like I did with Good of the Company 2021. If you want to be fancy, that's what I try to do with my major projects. So just that's the sort of specific thing that I'd want to talk to both of those guys about, not through stream. So yeah, I think is that the end of the expansion contest section, or is there more to talk about? Because I would also want to talk about the what's going to come next, now that the expansion contest is done. So, did you have any more questions about that? About what's canon, about the results, things like that? Just put them in the chat. Alright, well, if that's the case, then like I said, after this stream, I'll send a message to both those guys, because both of them will need possibly some slight, workshopping, just to make sure it fits completely into what's already set up. Am I going to make Liam Goes to Popeyes? No, I'm not. That's never gonna be. I'm never gonna do that. The association is probably not limited to just people at the complex, because their ultimate goal is to take over the entire corporation, so they would need some kind of presence in the other facilities to take over for the DevCorp board. Mammoth, I said tactical response and the Lost Guard. I would be interested in having those become canon. So, and like I said, after the stream, I can send you and Login messages about it. But yeah, those are very good and fun to play. So, okay, yeah. So, and I'm not even gonna. Okay. All right. So yeah, that would be the section for the expansion contest. I also wanted to use this stream, and I don't know how long this will take. Probably not too long. But I also did want to talk about the official expansion to Good of the Company 2021. Am I going to make anything else having to deal with this campaign? Do you mean Good of the Company 2021? If that's the case, then yes, I am working on 2 official expansions. There is Good of the Company Paradigm Shift, which I'm working on in collaboration with Landshark. And there is Good of the Company Co-op, which you just think about it like Sven Co-op for this campaign. Paradigm Shift is a story expansion, and it takes place from the point of view of a laborer. And Co-op, you just go through each level with an AI companion that you choose. And there could be a in-universe character or a sort of, I like this as a fabricated. They're like an online person who will react. They have different personalities and stuff, and different specializations. So, the first level of Paradigm Shift is complete, and it'll be, you can predict it's going to be about half the length of Good of the Company 2021, and it will also be extensively play-tested, so there are as few bugs and issues as possible. And hopefully it doesn't make people rage quit either. That's the ultimate goal. Yes, you can pretend to have friends with you in co-op. I'm going to assume that co-op will be done before Paradigm Shift, but I haven't talked really about the schedule, like whether or not I want to release them at the same time or one before the other. I don't know what any of your thoughts are about that. If you wanted to give your preliminary opinions on that, would you want to have a big dump of content all in one day, or one before the other? Different times? Okay. Alright, yeah, okay. I think it might make more sense to release Co-op before Paradigm Shift, because Co-op is going to be the Carl Dyson story, and then Paradigm Shift is a story expansion, and it's not about Carl. So you get another piece of material about Carl before there's a brief kind of movement away from him with Paradigm Shift. It's going to take a lot less work, most likely, to create Co-op, but it will probably be some time before those come out. a couple of months, I would say, before they're both done. That's going to be my tentative guess. After Paradigm Shift, it's going to depend on how much people enjoyed that, if they want to see more. But I also have been considering a full-blown sequel in the farther future. There's about 12 currently planned companions, so 6 in-universe characters and then 6 like quote-unquote online ones. But I can add more. Clifton Edwards was not going to be one of them, but maybe I can add him. Yes, so the sequel would be sort of like the Half-Life 2 of this, because, you know, it's just a sequel. But that's a long time coming. Let's focus on the two main things that are in active development, which are Co-op and Paradigm Shift. I don't want to get weighed down by too many promised projects and then not deliver on them. So yeah, that's sort of the future outlook. I would say that, like I've said earlier, is Paradigm Shift is in active, heavy development right now. I haven't started heavy development on co-op yet, just the concepts and scripts right now. But because there were some problems getting started with Paradigm Shift, now we're in sort of a groove. So we don't want to move back to co-op. It's not a Portal spin. What? It's nothing like Portal or Half-Life 2 or anything like that. If there was a sequel, it would not be in those universes. So yeah, I think that's about all I had to say. After the stream, I'll send people some messages, but I also wanted to remind people that the Go to the Company Wiki does exist, and it's going to be the sort of home page. I don't think I'm going to have a website for this. It is just an Ancient Warfare 3 series, but the wiki could potentially be expanded in scope to include like blog posts about the future work and material that's going to come out. So do keep an eye on the Good of the Company wiki. That's tgotc.fandom.com, and that'll take you right there, and that lists all of the installments in the series and stuff like that. And in the near future, it will be updated to include a blog and things like that to show regular updates on what I'm working on. So yeah, tgotc.fandom.com. It also does have lore, but the lore part is not complete. So keep that in mind. But the page for Chief Andre Golgi is very close to complete. And anybody can edit the wiki as well. So if there's something that you want to add, like maybe advice on how to beat a level or something, just put it in the page for the level. There's a lot of red links, which means that there's no page. The links don't lead to any pages. So I'll put the link to the wiki in the description of my videos from now on as well, so that people have a regular reminder that it's going to be the main web page for this. And for some reason, YouTube thinks that this stream is playing RuneScape, for some reason. It's a different game each time. I think it was something called Rec Room in the last stream. So that's interesting. Okay, the Corrupted. Yeah, it was Rec Room on the first stream. So that's interesting. I'll try to fix that going into the future. I'm not going to play RuneScape. No, thank you. I would rather focus on this one game. But now that this campaign is done, this contest is done, I'm going to start more regularly making YouTube videos, showing off more Good of the Company things. I was considering doing more like very short form things, like things you might have missed from the main campaign. Plus, like, eventually, obviously, there's going to be the trailers and teasers and stuff for the for Co-op and Paradigm Shift. So that'll be what the YouTube channel is used for. The company in RuneScape. Nope, YouTube has just been fooled. So yeah, I don't really know if there's anything else I can really show. I mean, do you want to keep the stream going and just kind of mess around? I have a Battle of the Nexus map I can show, or like look and see if there's anything else, any interesting kind of content related to Good of the Company. Because I am seeing there's now 7 people here. Play your maps? What maps? Oh, the Samson Manor. I do like that. The thing is, now that I've played it, it's not going to be scary at all. But I can play it and show you it. It's like a 25-minute commitment, though, so keep that in mind. I'm not going to do ASMR for Landshark. No, thank you. Do you want me to just show you the map? Or play it, Mammoth? Because I can just show you what it's all about. But a full-on playthrough would take some time. Let me just show you this quick kind of... I don't want to call it a mod. But this thing I threw together from Tactical Response. You can choose who you want to play. It's a little more fun to me to play as Chief Locke. So I'll do that first. Basically, you're just helping the association. Oh, the ERF went down very quickly. You have to put down the attacks from the scientists and the guards and the ERF. And then you have to watch your flank, because now the tactical response unit is coming around, and your association soldiers are quite weak in comparison. Yeah, they just get shredded. Fall back. I've got some more guys coming, so let's fall back. This has gone interestingly compared to the usual times. Usually when I play it, it's more of a 3-sided battle. From the point of view of Chief Locke, that is, because you have to fight guards, ERF, and tactical response. You know, but the ERF went down very quickly this time around. The guards actually don't last too long either. So yeah, that was the Chief Locke thing. Yeah, I didn't edit any of the units, so they're gonna have their dialogue and stuff still intact. Well, do you want me to play the Samson Manor or something? Or I could, I guess, well, I could end this stream and do another one not Good of the Company related, because this is still part of the Good of the Company stream, so... Tell me what you think about that. Alright, we're playing as Captain Roach. Someday I want to save the ERF here, under Major Silva. Went down. I'll take control of this guy. Alvin Roach. Well, these guys are tough. They have like more than 1,000 health. I can see why they are very tough in this fight. They're unstoppable. They're basically moving tanks or walking tanks. Didn't realize how big of a thing that creator commentary stream turned into. That's kind of cool. So yeah. What are you thinking about the, should I end the stream and then do another one for playing maps on the workshop, or just keep it going in this one? If I do keep it going in this one, I'll put a marker, a timestamp that says this is where the Good of the Company stuff stops. This, by the way, this map, Defense of Alexandria, is worth taking a look at. What do you think? Which one should I do? I'm looking for an A for doing a new stream, and B for continuing it in this stream, because there are now 8 people here. A or B? A for new stream, B for same stream. Cast your votes. Voice your opinions. 2 people have voted. It's a tie. What maps? Count Land Shark. Identify your maps. What should I play? A for new stream? Okay, so wait. A, B. Okay, so it's 3-1 for starting a new stream. In that case, I will wait for... I will look for a good thumbnail for a non-good of the company related stream. So should I end it here, and maybe I will start up a new one in 14 minutes with a new thumbnail, and it'll be non-good of the company related, and I'll just play some random stuff on the workshop. Okay. Alright, I will start up a new stream. So I'll end this one for now. Do not go anywhere, because I will be going live again in 14 minutes. I hope to see you all there, and I'll quickly put together a thumbnail. But for now, we can talk about things in the server, and I'll see you very soon. Yeah, I could play those maps, Shark. Yeah, sure. All right, ending.